I'm Warren.
Hello, I'm Chris.
I'm Alex.
And we're here to discuss the topic involving climate change, using an idea of a machine that we're developing the schematic of, that will help disperse some sort of plant matter to help reduce carbon emissions.
If you spray the moss that can live in the atmosphere, then the CO2 levels will slowly go down over time. It's an environmental issue since it involves the carbon emissions that caused by the human activities, and which is also affecting our Earth.
Steps is basically research the moss that we're going to use, research if there's any disposal units like the one that we're going to build. If there are, then we're going to read about it and see what they did different. Our third step and our final step is start to build the dispersal unit and run through trial and error with it.
For the design involving our project of the machine that we are making, it involves a sleek design that we could perhaps attach to planes or even commercial airliners. Basically what we want to do is be able to hook it up to where it's not a problem, but at the same time it can help the environment. Now as for one of the main problems within this topic, not problems with the topic, but problems with what's happening from it. There are many cases involving climate change. Some we know, for example the ice caps are melting, but that's just a general idea. Now as for what is caused by the general output of the ice caps melting are, for example, polar bears. You may have heard of those too. But another issue involving polar bears is that, well, they're losing ground, and they're losing ground fast. And we want to be able to find ways of making it to where they don't have to migrate very long ways. For example, they've been seen in lower parts of those different areas. For example, if I remember correctly, there is a video involving a woman having an encounter with a polar bear near a dumpster while the polar bear was looking for food, if I remember correctly. And although there is a few different things going on with this, for example, another issue is that the northern areas have become warmer, so a type of geese have been able to climb further up north to be able to migrate per se for the summer. And well, being though the heat is there and they're able to get clean pickings per se for different fish and what that have not been tapped yet, they are able to, or they've had a population boom of sorts. So they have many different eggs and many different nesting grounds up there. And it happens that polar bears have been using them as a food source. But that's only one part of it. Now as for another topic involving, or another problem involving climate change, is as of recently there's been a number of 32 or 35,000 walruses spotted on the coast of Africa on a tiny segment of an island. And, well, obviously you can say, being so that they're packed all together, this isn't exactly healthy for them or the environment for the amount of food source that they may have for that time. And as for Alaska, I'm not certain it's weather-proof for walruses in general. And I'm willing to guess that it's because of climate change, being though there haven't been many resting places, being though the ice has been melting, so they migrated towards Alaska. And, well, they mass migrated there. And those are only a few of the many different topics that are, or problems I should say, involving climate change and why we want to fix it with the device and help in any way we can. We may even end up converting, instead of using a plane filter or device to attach to planes, we may make something that you could connect to smokestacks per se, or many other things in case this idea isn't exactly foolproof, but it will get there one way or another.
Timeline. October is basically drop the blueprints for the dispersal unit and find the plane that we're going to use. November, start building the dispersal unit and pick the plants or moss that we're going to use. December, finish testing on the design and start testing with the plants. January, finish data collection, then put together the PowerPoint for STEM Expo.